Hey guys, good evening. As many of you are aware, the deadline for your visual documentation of your internship for capstone is coming up pretty quickly. So last week we identified those of you who have never used iMovie or consider yourself to be a beginner in video creation. So this training video is about 5 minutes and will help you first import your content, then edit your photos and videos with audio and other effects, and then finally upload and publish to YouTube so I can grade it. And don't worry if you don't have a Mac at home, this tutorial is all based on using the iMovie app on your mobile device. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can see my screen here for my own iPhone, and you're going to go ahead and open up the iMovie app. You can see that I've already created kind of a sample movie for you guys to look at, but for you to start a new project, all you have to do is click on the plus button. You'll start a brand new movie, like so. It might take a few seconds to upload depending on what you have on your device, but you can see there, then you can choose from your media. I'm going to just scroll back for you so that way you can see your moments, video, photos, albums. I'm going to go ahead and click cancel. This is where you could actually import anything that you would want to, but I've already done this step. You would then click create movie at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go into one that I've already created so that way I can demonstrate how to import content, how to edit the content that's already there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click edit. And the nice thing about iMovie is that it saves everything for you. So you can see here that this is a compilation of our Disney trips in the last year. So I'm going to just put this together for, Madison to look at, or grandparents, things like that. So the very first thing is when you have your content in, you have to decide what order that's going to make the most sense for your audience. So let's say that I wanted to move, Minnie closer to the front of, because that's one of the first things that we saw, or that's one of the first characters that we met. So you just simply hold and press, and then you can adjust. I'm going to put Minnie right there so it comes after the castle. And again, you want to make sure that your internship photos are in a logical order to show the process that you went to discover the problem that you're researching. Okay, so that's the first step. The second thing that you can do once you have everything in order, and you can see here that I have about 12 to 15 photos. You need 15 for a minimum. I also have some video content in there that we'll get to in a second. But you want to start adding your title slides, and this helps your audience understand what they're seeing and the process that you're going through. So you just simply click on the file, and down here at the bottom right hand part of your screen, you have a couple different options. You can do clipping effects. You can also add your title, which I did already. And I chose the very last one, pop-up. I could change it depending on, what sort of effect you want. I'll make prism, and then you just click right on the screen and you can edit it. And I've already done that, so we'll just do Disney Fun, 2017 to 2018, just so you can see it. All right, and then you click done. And you can see there that it does a nice panning out. All right, I'm going to stop it for you just so I can show you the quick transition. These are your transitions between your different slides, your different media content. I chose dissolve. That's, I think, the default option. But you can do a slide. You could do wipe. You can do a fade is really nice as well. And then you can also choose the time allotted. I wouldn't go above 1.5 seconds. 2 seconds is really long. Maybe only use that if you want to go from a still photo to a video. Okay, so you can see here how it just simply fades and pans accordingly across the photo. All right, I'm going to stop it. Now, the nice thing about iMovie is that it builds effects in something, it's called Ken Burns, and I'll show that to you here. if you go over to the edit tool, the scissors, you can choose where you want your photo to start, okay? So actually, I'm going to have it zoom out like this, and then I want it to end on their sweet little faces looking at each other. Okay, so you can kind of see that happen here. It's called Ken Burns. It just helps you pan in and out, zoom in and out accordingly. Okay, so that's a really nice option. Okay, so now you know how to do transitions between the photos. You know how to edit the photos themselves. Let's go ahead and go over to a sample video. Again, you just click right on the media. Here it's 5.4 seconds. Let's say that you wanted to make something a little bit shorter. You just simply grab the yellow toolbar and you cut it just like that. So that way I can only see her. It's just a quick little video of her going down the slide. And what I did there is I simply added a different song while that was playing. So you can choose to do that with audio by clicking on that right there. You can vary how you want to hear the original audio with the song. So I bumped it up so we could hear it, or you can scroll it way back down, show you what that looks like. Okay, so again, it's a really nice tool where you can bring the volume up or bring it back down and still have your audio in the background. Speaking of audio, let's go ahead and look at that. I've already chosen that for us, but let's say that you wanted to change it. You would simply click on the green tab right there. You would go up into the plus button, click on audio, and I'm going to go to theme music. You can choose from any options that you have on your device. This is just the most convenient, and I'm going to select modern, or playful seems kind of appropriate for Disney, and so I've just changed that all the way to the end. Okay, so here's an example of editing a video. I already added my text by creating, what this was, why this was significant to put in First Roller Coaster Ride. I also added a filter just to make it a little bit different, ethereal, dreamy. You could, do a blockbuster to make it even more dramatic, so I could change it there. And you can see that my audio is still going to play, but then it fades so that way you can hear what this was like for my daughter. I'll show you another effect here. Because what I wanted to do was really bring out her expression for this first experience. And we did that with a freeze frame. So you're going to see that it's coming up. And here it is right there. This is her expression. It stops. So all I did was you click on that. You can go to the time button and then you click freeze. And I'm not going to do it again, but you can see how it's already there. The automatic freeze frame is 2 seconds. You can drag or, once you freeze it, you can, drag a little bit longer, shorter, depending on your preferences. I added another freeze frame here with her hands up, kind of to show you the excitement of her first roller coaster ride. And then it fades into black. I added a different song there. And what I'm going to do is add another Ken Burns, which will be kind of starting. I want our faces to start out. That will be the first, and then we'll zoom in on Madison's. We'll also add some text, maybe something like, just to show that it's ending. We could do something like best days ever. And then that way my audience knows that it's done. Okay, so what we're gonna do to end it, because I wanna make sure that this doesn't stop of how it just showed it, I'm gonna fade in from black and I wanna fade out from black. Click done. All I did was go to the bottom right, so you can see that modeled here. And that ends it. Okay, so that is done. After you finish editing, after you finish importing your content, making a few edits and changes, you're gonna go to this box with the arrow coming out of it, and that's how you simply upload to YouTube. And you would go through the title, the description, the tags according to your original assignment guidelines, and then you finally click share. And I'm not going to do that because it will take quite a bit of time to upload. But now you have a quick tutorial of how to import, create an iMovie, and then publish it to YouTube for your photo documentation. All right, I hope this helped. Thanks, guys. Let me know if you have questions in class tomorrow.